The biggest thing that I gained in this week's reading is like, when you stop yourself from being creative, you are stopping the work of God. You are stopping whatever divine gift, you are stopping whatever superpower that you have because of self-doubt. If you have enough time to be looking at what Keisha's doing and what Becky is doing and what Maria is doing and what Asian woman name is doing, then you're not spending enough time working on your art. You have to post every single day. You have to post multiple times a day. And it's like, even if you know what your temples are and you know what you want to talk about, you are still gonna at times feel like this isn't good enough. This isn't shot right. This isn't what people want to hear, and you will stop yourself from being creative. And the thing that this book says, and the thing that really resonated with me is
Jeffrey.
When you tap into your creativity, when you are making things, when you're pushing them out, you are doing the work of God. You are doing something that is divinely ordained. I know it sounds crazy, but let's talk all about it. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Jeffrey, your comedy news bestie. I know this is a little bit different than the kind of news comedy stuff I post, but I really want to make sure that this channel is a place for artists. It's a safe space, because as somebody who is on the artist journey, it is lonely and hard, and I never want anybody to feel like that. If there's anything I can do to make that not happen, let's do it. Number two, when I say God, when I say creator, I don't necessarily mean any particular religion. That's anything that can mean to you, right? Number three, I will be talking about this book right here. That's The Artist's Way. Over the course of the next 12 weeks, I'll do different vlogs about things that I'm learning and things that I want to share with y'all. Number 3B, letter 3B, I don't know. 3, part 2. I'm not getting paid to talk about this book. I say that to say, if you don't feel compelled to buy this book, don't buy it. The point of this first video, this is week 0, right, is our creativity is a gift from something higher. Now, if you know my story, if you know me, go check out the video if you don't. But the biggest thing that I have struggled with in my life is fear of what others think, fear of what others say, fear of like, if my coworkers see this comedy video, they're gonna think I'm dumb. If, you know, people that I do comedy with see this news video, they're gonna think that I'm not smart. The biggest thing that I gained in this week's reading, this week's, you know, Artist's Way part, is like, you have to let go of that. You have to let go of the cringe, as the young kids say, right? Like, I think that's one thing that I'm dealing with now, is like, we're in this space of, you have to post every single day. You have to post multiple times a day. And it's like, even if you know what your temples are and you know what you want to talk about, you are still going to at times feel like this isn't good enough. This isn't shot right. This isn't what people want to hear, and you will stop yourself from being creative. And the thing that this book says, and the thing that really resonated with me, is when you stop yourself from being creative, you are stopping the work of God. You are stopping whatever divine gift, you are stopping whatever superpower that you have because of self-doubt. And so I would like, what I'm gonna do, okay, and I think what you should do, what I think this community should do, is push through it. Push through it and give yourself grace, right? Because I think what happens is, and I've heard different creators talk about this, and she kind of talks about it in here, what happens is, we will see other people doing the thing, right? We will see other people, like, I'll see other people do comedy news videos. I'll see them doing, you know, John Oliver type stuff. And I'm like, before I started creating regularly, I was like, I could do that better. Or, you know, they're not doing it the right way. Or like, is that even right? And one of the things that I think is important that we remember and we know is, when that happens, that's a sign that we're not being creative to our true selves, right? We're not creating in the way that is at our highest level. In a sense of, if you have enough time to be looking at what Keisha's doing and what Becky is doing and what Maria is doing and what Asian woman name is doing, then you're not spending enough time working on your art, working on your craft, right? Because if you're truly operating in a space where you are creating at your highest level and you're truly tapping into whatever divinity is inside of you, you don't have the time to worry about what everybody else is doing, right? So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing that I want to say is we all have to get better at silencing the voices. And I think for me, that looks like I'm so afraid of losing the few subscribers that I have. I love all 390 of y'all. Please don't unsubscribe because of this video, because it's not comedy or news. But I am so grateful for the subscribers that I have on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm so afraid of, if you post more, which is what you have to do to grow your audience, which is what you have to do to hone your craft, people are going to unfollow you, right? Like, that's one of my fears, is like, oh, people want to unfollow me because it's cringy, or it's different, or it's new, or it's not as good as Josh Johnson, or it's not as good as, you know, John Oliver or whomever. But I think that the thing that I want y'all to get out of this first video in this series is you can't concern yourself with that. Like, you have to know and believe deep in yourself that what you're creating, what your art is, the art that you're making, I don't care if it's comedy, if you're a writer, if you're an illustrator, if you're a sculptor, I don't care what, if you're a puppeteer, you have to trust in yourself, in the creator and universe, that you're making your art. And out of the 8+ billion people on this planet, honey, there's somebody that needs that. There's somebody that needs to see that, that needs to feel that. And if people unsubscribe from you, if people unfollow you, that's okay. That's going to happen. But you just have to press on. You just have to press on. And just kind of going from it from a spiritual perspective, you know, I was listening to a sermon today, and one of the things that they were talking about is, like, we get too concerned with God's part, right? Like, now hear me out. I'm not a preacher or nothing, but I gotta give y'all a little word. Like, we as humans get too concerned with, like, what's happening up here. Whereas the thing that, like, you know, Creator wants us to do, the thing that God wants us to do is just create, just push through, just steadfast on the journey. And don't be concerned of, well, when am I going to get 10,000 followers? And when am I going to get the Issa Rae awkward black girl special? When's HBO calling? When am I gonna get, how come this, when's SNL? And it's so hard to not want to look into the future, and it's so hard to not want to plan it all out, because baby, your girl is a planner, and I will write a list until I'm blue in the face, and it's hard to not do that. But if you are truly trying to be creative, and you're truly trying to tap into your deepest creativity, you can't focus on that. You just focus on creating the art. Don't worry about the followers. Don't worry about people that are going to unsubscribe. You just do the art. And if somebody unsubscribes from you, or somebody unfollows me, tag yourself below, tell me below, and I'll follow you. I'll support you. Because one thing that I do know, and I have been seeing, is, like, it's like I mentioned at the beginning of this, right? Like, this journey is hard. This artist journey, it's hard. And I think one of the reasons why it is hard is because, you know, so much of this is quantified. So much of art is quantified now. And that, like, you post a picture and maybe you didn't get a lot of likes, right? Maybe you make a video and it don't get a lot of views, and then you want to stop. You don't want to keep going, because it's like, oh, nobody cares. Nobody likes the art. Nobody's interested in what I have to say. But again, you're focusing on the wrong things. You're focusing on up here. Don't focus on up there. Focus on down here. Focus on doing the thing. Just do the thing. And I would love it if, for the 390 subscribers that I have, please don't unfollow me, Lord Jesus. For the 390 subscribers that I have, over the next, I think it's like 12 weeks. Let's say 13, because it's technically week 0, right? Over the next 13 weeks, let's do it together. Let's start a creative journey together. Like I said, for me, my thing is all about comedy and news. I'm all about comedy and news, and that is what I will commit to doing, of consistently creating the news that means the most to me and is accurate, consistently creating my comedy and comedy news together. And I'd love to hear below in the comments, what's your art that you're going to be creating? Like, what's your thing? Because I think that we as artists, like, we need a community. We need a community that is safe, where we can put stuff out there, where we can feel things. Because like this book says, it feels almost like sinful to not create. You know, even if nobody sees it or nobody hears about it, it's still important for you to put it out there as a part of your human process, as a part of who you are. Also, I'm in my car. This is Gigi. I love her. It's an orange Jeep. She's amazing. You know, I took the top off just for y'all. And I wanted this to feel a little different. Like I said, a lot of what I do is comedy and news, and it's like in my little like studio setup, but this feels different. And I want y'all to know that it is different, and it's very close to my heart. And I do feel like I'm being really vulnerable right now, but I want us to have a community. And I think that starts with vulnerability. And so if you came for the news or comedy, please don't unsubscribe for me. Please, I will put out there's a news video coming out right after this. But I do want to grow this channel, and I do want to offer a safe space, and I want to support other people, and I want to be supported. Like, so let's start this journey together, no matter what your creativity looks like. This week, you know, it was all about learning the principles of creativity, that we are creative beings, that when we create, we connect with the divine, and, you know, we should never stop that process. Don't let other people get in your head. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on just creating, right? And so next week is going to be recovering a sense of safety. That's what we're doing next week. So today is Friday the 25th. Next week on Friday, it's like the second or third or something. I don't know. I'm not a calendar app. Next Friday, we're going to be talking about recovering a sense of safety, right? About initiating creative recovery, about like different tasks and about different tasks and exercises that we can do to really foster that creativity. So get ready. It's going to be great. Also, it's mad hot in this car. I'm in Atlanta and it's hot. So I love y'all. Have a great day. Continue to create. You are creative. You are strong. You are smart. Your art matters. Never forget that. Your art matters. And I can't wait to see y'all next week on this creative artist journey. I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah!
If you want more comedy videos, check out this video right here.
If you want to watch what our AI overlords think is a better selection for you based off my content, select this.
Thanks, Skynet.
Follow me. It's free.